In this video, I announce a Demolition Derby, we check out the town of Glens Ferry, and we eat. Saturday morning, we headed to Meridian to have a birthday lunch with Skylar. He chose the Ram Restaurant and Brewery. Starting with the beer, Skylar had the Disorder Porter and everyone else had the Hometown Blonde, except Brittany. She had water. Baby on board. Then somebody ordered the pretzel and beer cheese fondue. Looks like it's gonna be a cheat day for the diet. Then came the burgers. I had the barbecue bacon cheddar with ram fries and Vicky had the Sergeant Pepper with sweet potato fries. Just went from a cheat day to a full-on affair. After lunch and a couple of beers, my favorite show comes on. The Arguments of Burke and Skylar Show, with special guests Brittany and Gish. The background noise is too loud for you to hear the dialogue, but it went like this. Burke tells Skylar not to change the setup on Shake and Brake. Skylar explains why he should change the setup, and a new regular on the show, Brittany, tries to mediate. And then special guest star Gish tells a story about sublimity. Then I get busted for filming the show. On the way back from Meridian, we decided to check out the Freezeout Hill Memorial as we drop back into Emmett. This turnout offers an amazing view of the valley below. A memorial was erected by the American Legion to those who lost their lives in 9/11 and all servicemen and women. It appears that for a donation you can have a brick inscribed. There's also a sign that tells the story of the mining town of Pearl that sits on the ridges above this spot. We loved ghost towns, so when I got to the trailer I researched the town and later found that there are no buildings left and only one boarded up mine shaft, so we won't be making that trip. Another sign tells the story of a gang of horse thieves that plagued the valley until farmers organized the Payette Vigilance Committee that kept them at bay. I was most curious to know why it was called Freezeout Hill. Oddly, there's nothing about that on the memorial. With a little research, I found that it's a reference to an old entrance to the valley north of this location that in 1864 caused a wagon full of residents to be stranded due to the freezing rain and snow. The road was too slick for the wagon to enter the valley and they were forced to camp at the top of the hill, hence the name Freezeout Hill. Then it was time to head back to the fairgrounds to relax a little bit before the Demolition Derby tonight. Before we show you footage of the Derby, I want to tell you a little bit more about the Peteros and the Believe Pulling Sled. Jody, Corey, Matt, Kayla, and Jake make up this amazing family that loves motorsports so much they started promoting their own events to give people in western Idaho and eastern Oregon a chance to participate. Not only did they purchase and update the Believe Pulling Sled, they also built most of the cars in the Derby tonight just to make sure they had a great show and to get more people involved. Their pulling classes and Derby rules are set to keep the cost of participating low. They are truly great and charitable people and an asset to the motorsports community. The Derby was a blast and had a great turnout. We had a class of minis, followed by 3 heats of big cars, a consolation round, and a huge 15-car main event. Sunday morning we slept in a little, and after a little more visiting with the Peteros we headed out. On the way home we decided to swing into the Boise Stage Stop for brunch. This is a nice unique stop. If you're ever in this part of the country, it's much more than a truck stop. So we're leaving the Boise Stage Stop. I had the Denver omelet.
I had the jalapeno steak with pepper jack cheese.
We behaved ourselves and had cottage cheese instead of hash browns. So, but I mean, it's pretty hard to F up a hash brown, so I think you could be pretty safe to know that the toast and hash browns were fantastic, even though we didn't sample them. Yeah. I've had them there before, I'm pretty sure. But Denver omelet, fantastic, grilled onions, green peppers, chunks of ham in it, and I highly recommend it. And that
The steak was great, yeah. You never know about, steak. And
Yeah, and apparently the jalapenos were rather warm today.
got my sinuses all cleared up.
Yeah, so absolutely, it's a fun place to stop. They got a convenience store truck stop. A little bit more cool story behind it, even though I'm having a hard time finding it. There's not much on the website, but you can look it up, Google it. It's pretty cool stuff. But I'll definitely recommend.
Boise Stage Stop.
Yeah, checking out the Boise Stage Stop truck stop, and the big sign. I didn't get a picture of it, but the big sign says, "Remember, it is a truck stop, and they will feed truckers first." So pretty cool. They'll serve them first, get them back out on the road. So pretty cool. But I've never been booted out. Never had to wait real long to get in there. It's a big restaurant.
It was fun.
Just a fun little place to stop. It's better than your cookie cutter truck stops, plazas, and stuff like that. Something a little different if you're tired of it. So yeah, Boise Stage Stop, good stuff. Then it was on to Three Island Crossing at Glenn's Ferry. Vicky's been here several times, but I never have, so I wanted to swing through. Glenn's Ferry is the site of Three Island Crossing, one of the most well-known and dangerous river crossings on the Oregon Trail. That is until 1869 when Gus Glenn built a ferry. His main purpose was the ferry was freight, but immigrants also used it to safely cross the Snake River. The town has a lot of cool old buildings. We'll come back and see these another time. Right now I want to see Three Island Crossing and the Interpretive Center. There are a handful of informative signs along the road that show how the pioneers used the islands to cross and how the ferries later made safe passage for the wagons headed west. This is as close as we dared to get with the trailer and didn't really want to unhook. We'll try to make a day trip another time and get some better footage. So, travel report, June 21st, 2020. Kind of Captain Kirkish. But, yeah, the Interpretive Center at 3 Mile Island in Glenn's Ferry. The doors are open on the hours that Google says they're open, but the exhibits are closed. So, the reason that you would go to an Interpretive Center, they're not.
Maybe to learn something.
Right. Yeah. So, the things that you would want to see there, you can't see. So just saying that. So if you're got this on your travel plan, either call ahead, but if you pull in there, they'll take your $5 in the part where you enter the campground. We'll show you what that looks like on the video right here. Yeah, before you give them $5, ask them if the exhibits are open in the Interpretive Center, because we just donated $5, which we will come back and we'll see.
We'll see it again. She did give us a funny look, and I wondered what that was about.
Yeah, when we said we just wanted to come see it. Yeah, but no heads up, like, it's closed, right? So anyway, there's that. But no, it's fun. We know where it's at, and a really beautiful drive coming in that I forgot to record, so we're going to record that going out. Glenn's Ferry offers all types of camping, a winery, and a golf course. This is definitely a place I want to come back and explore. Well, we are about an hour from home, and so we're going to wrap up this video right here at Three Island Crossing in Glenn's Ferry. And what was your favorite part of the trip?
Sleeping in the camper with the air conditioning running.
That was awesome. That was your favorite part of everything that we did? How about your first experience in the pits at a truck and tractor pull? Was that kind of...
That was pretty amazing, watching those guys pit
see what happens,
pull on trucks.
Peek behind the curtain without having to be putting a show on.
Yep. That was fun being on that side of it, for sure.
Yeah.
Watching.
Yeah, I had a blast announcing with Dale, and obviously just hanging out with the little crew in a little bit more relaxed atmosphere, honestly, than what we usually do. So, and also we celebrated Skylar's birthday. I don't know if we mentioned that, but yeah, so happy birthday, Skylar. It's Father's Day today, so happy Father's Day to everybody. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up, and it was good to get out on the road, and more will be coming. All the stuff that we didn't tell you about before will come up in other videos. We're a couple weeks away from getting on the road and going to Tremont and Utah for the Monster Truck Insanity Tour.
Ooh.
So
Get ready, cousins.
Happen. Yeah, oh dear.
Yeah.
Whew. So Vicky won't be worth much at the Tremont. Oh yeah,
I
you
can
work for us
multitask.
now. Yeah.
I will be working.
Yeah,
It's
so
going to be like
that.
a job.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and keep watching for more like this, and don't forget to subscribe.
Carry on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't know. See ya. Thank you so much for watching Sagebrush Soul on the road.
We're so grateful that you've stopped by.
Make sure and subscribe for more unique travel adventures. Right?
Yeah.